So we have been discussing primary human emotions and how they affect your financial decision making. So far we have talked about fear, we have talked about greed, we have talked about hope, regret, and also about pride, confidence, overconfidence, and ego. Now the next human emotion that we are going to talk about is anxiety. Anxiety is actually a very dangerous human emotion. It tends to kill you. It is a persistent unease about uncertainty. You are not sure of what will happen, and so you are worried all the time. Actually, there is no certainty about anything in life. But when it comes to finances, then it tries to bother you more than other things. Financial matters cause more anxiety than any other thing. So, what is the impact of this anxiety on your financial decision making? It actually creates a decision paralysis. All right. Like other emotions which I have talked about earlier, this anxiety also causes a decision paralysis. You are not able to decide what exactly you want. Whatever you do, whatever decision you take, you have a feeling that your decision was not correct, and you are always anxious as to what will happen next. For example, say if you have invested in something, for example, if you are invested in the stock market, then you want to sell off your portfolio and get out of it. You are always anxious that the market may go down and therefore you want to be out of it. But suppose if you are not invested, if you are sitting on a pile of cash, then you are always anxious that the market will go up and you will be left behind. So you want to invest as soon as possible. You are not able to decide actually what you want to do. And if you have invested, the moment you invest, you will remain glued to the screen. You are continuously monitoring your investment. You are anxious about what is happening to your portfolio. I have seen people who remain glued to the screen right from morning till evening as long as the stock exchange is open. And when the stock exchange closes, they start monitoring the stock exchange of other countries because they are always anxious as to what is happening with their investment. Another human emotion that we are going to talk about is guilt. Now, this guilt is the most illogical and the most damaging human emotion. As far as financial decision making is concerned, guilt is totally illogical and damaging to the human mind. It causes us to impose self punishment on ourselves. Despite we having committed no mistake, despite we having been done no wrong, it causes us to punish our own self. And in my experience, though I don't have sufficient data or statistics to prove what I'm saying, but my experience says that this emotion of guilt is more common in people from India. All right? Let me explain how it affects you or what exactly this guilt is and how does it inflict you. Let us say, for example, let us presume that you are a stock market trader. Trading is your profession, all right? And on an average, you earn about 100,000 rupees, that is about 1 lakh rupees a month on an average, all right? And your spouse is having a regular job. If you are a male, then let's say your wife, or if you are a lady, let us say your husband. So your spouse is having a regular job and your spouse is also earning about 100,000 rupees per month. All right. Both are earning separately. Now you are a successful trader. You have had successful trades one after another and you have also earned adequately. But one trade goes wrong and you lose say about 100,000 rupees. Your analysis may be correct, but something untoward has happened in the market. President Trump has said something, or the Russia-Ukraine war has taken a nasty turn. Something has happened and you have lost about 100,000 in a trade. All right. So what happens? You start feeling guilty about it. You have not done anything wrong, but you feel guilty. What is the guilt? You feel that my spouse is working so hard from morning to evening and earning 100,000 rupees in a month, and me, like an idiot, have lost 100,000 rupees in just a matter of couple of hours. So that guilt tries to eat you away. That guilt has gone into your mind. It is ridiculous, illogical, but it is there. It may not necessarily be your spouse, it could be you yourself alone. For example, let us say that you are having a regular job and you also do some trading and investment in your spare time. So these two are separate streams of income for you. One is from your salary, the other is from your investment or your trading. All right. Now you may be making profit overall. When you see over a period of one full year, you may be making a profit. But in one particular trade, let us say you lose 50,000 rupees. The moment you lose that money, the guilt seeps in. What is the guilt this time? You try to compare it with your salary. You start feeling that I work hard for one full month and then I get a salary of 100,000 rupees. But here, in a matter of a couple of hours, I have lost half a month of salary. You don't consider this as 50,000 rupees. Subconsciously, you consider it as your half month's salary, and that guilt bothers you. All right. Again, I'm saying it is ridiculous, it is totally illogical, but still it happens as an emotion. And as long as you are aware that this is an emotion, it happens with everybody, you will not bother too much about it in future. Now you see another aspect. If you see, how does this guilt affect you? How does it affect your financial decisions? See, this also creates a decision paralysis in you. You try to keep yourself away from financial decisions for quite some time once you are inflicted with this guilt. The moment you incur a loss, you start feeling guilty. As long as you are making a profit or a gain, you are happy. And when you make a loss, then the feeling of guilt will cause you to withdraw. For next many days, you will not take a financial decision. Even if there are good opportunities knocking at your door, you will refrain from taking any financial decision. All right. So now the question is, how do you guard against such human emotions? Whatever the emotions we have discussed so far, how do you guard against such emotions? Or how do you manage your emotions in your financial decisions? The first thing that you have to do is create a financial plan and then follow it. Whatever is there in your mind regarding your finances, put it down on paper. Make a detailed plan as to what you intend doing with your money. And once you have documented it, once you have made a plan, focus on that plan. Follow that plan in letter and spirit. The next thing that you have to do is use automation wherever possible. Try to keep your emotions out. Let the facts, figures, and the data which has been fed into your computer, let that take decisions on your behalf. Let your emotions not overtake you. And one classical example of this automation is the SIP that we talk about, systematic investment plan in mutual funds. In one of my courses on mutual funds, I have actually referred to this as a stupid investment plan, because from financial aspect, I feel it is a stupid investment plan. But as far as behavioral finance is concerned, as far as you want to keep your emotions out of your decisions, SIP is a good thing, because once you have done your SIP, your emotions don't influence your investment. On the particular date every month, irrespective of in which direction the market is going, your SIP will continue. Your emotions will not disturb the SIP. So from that point of view, SIP is a good thing. And then the third thing is set clear goals. What you want to do with your money. And when you reach your goal, kick the ball. Let the ball go into the goal post. What I mean is that, for example, let us say you have invested some money with a 2-year horizon, and you have planned that in 2 years my money will grow this much, and then I will purchase a car. All right, a car for yourself. Now the 2 years pass, your portfolio has also grown, the car is also available, the latest model in the showroom, but you get greedy. You say, let the investment grow some more, I will buy a bigger car next year. That means you have succumbed to your emotions. You have not followed the goal which you had set. Once you have decided something, once you have reached the goal post, kick the ball, make the goal. Withdraw your investment, purchase the car for which you had done the investment, and that is about it. All right. And the most important thing is educate yourself. There is no substitute for knowledge. Always try to keep enhancing your knowledge, your education. Remember that knowledge builds confidence, and confidence helps overcome emotions. Once you are confident, you can overcome your emotions. And to be confident, you need knowledge. All right. But also remember that half knowledge or half baked knowledge leads to overconfidence. Half baked knowledge is a dangerous thing. So always, try to acquire knowledge through an authentic source, through reliable source, and acquire complete knowledge. Do not rely on tips or half-baked knowledge. All right. So I hope whatever we have discussed makes some sense, and all this will help you in taking rational financial decisions. All right.